Alright, boys and girls, welcome to the KLX110 build part 2. Today we will basically be doing a rebuild kit, a big bore kit actually. We are putting a big bore kit in, TV parts 143cc big bore kit into the KLX110. So it will get rid of that smoke, of course, smoking if you watched part 1. It hasn't ran the greatest, so that's kind of the reason why I tore it apart last video, part 2. But now we're on to part 3 where I install the big bore kit. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, we're down at the 110 and getting ready to do, there we are, we're doing a big bore kit, of course, like I said. But, of course, here's our cylinder, here's our piston, here's your gaskets, another gasket, stator gasket, which I don't know if I am or am not going to be messing with that, but I'm going to be arrange this and get the carb off and stuff, so alrighty guys, we got our carb out. I just took that whole entire choke out instead of taking the cable off, but yeah, that's that. And the bike so far is looking like that. I'm going to take our oil thing off, and then, as you can take this off right now. It's harder to do one-handed. Ow. But, yeah, so slowly take that off, and then I'll probably take my cam cover off. So, yeah, catch you when I get there. Alright, so we got the cam cover off, like I said, the cam chain tensioner, you got these off, the covers or whatever to check top dead, instead of using that gasket. So yeah, we're gonna start taking the cam chain off, gotta get it to top dead center, all that yada yada. Shift the head a little bit, I didn't do much. I got the cam thing off, cam sprocket of course, and then I started to loosen the head bolts, is what I've been doing. One of the cam things are kind of a little messed up, but past that, I swear there's supposed to be, on this side, there's supposed to be a, uh-oh, no. Here, I'll get a better angle. This side, there's supposed to be a, like, oil washer thing. I swear it's been on that side, but I don't know, maybe not. But also the guy said he rebuilt it before, so I think he might have stripped the thing in there. I don't know, but I might have to order another one of them. Who knows how that goes, but we'll see. Alright. I also forgot to mention back there's 2 bolts, 10 millimeters. That will then basically, past that step, it'll let you take the head off. So we're getting to the point where we're going to take the head off. Guess we'll catch you when it's off. I'm making a video to remind myself. Okay, so right there and right there. Air. Well, I got the head off, or the jug, cylinder, whatever it's called. There's the pistons. Okay, really what it needed was rings. And then, getting my pins aligned, kind of just going to take that piston off, get the new piston put together, and all the above kind of type deal. Start with that, I guess. Here's the new piston. Here's, I guess, the new cylinder, of course. New rings. And then here's the new piston. Which the difference between that and that is a little bit of a difference. So yeah, well, guess I'll get back to you when I'm putting together the piston or taking this one out. Alright, here we are. We got back on the 110. We threw the cylinder, the piston in the cylinder before I put it on, just because that's going to be easiest for me. But yeah, so we threw the base gasket on, head gasket's right there, and of course my head's up there. But we're going to throw this piston on the cylinder and go from there. Well, we got the piston and the cylinder. I had to take off the cylinder to get the damn thing on because, man, was that making me mad. But we got it on, well, partially. Just kind of had to give an update. Partially on, I guess. There you go. Here's your update. Past that, gotta throw the head on. I mean, push this in, throw the head on, and then the cam, and then top dead center, and all the junky stuff that sucks, but has to get done. So yeah. Alright, we got some deals cooking now. We threw the cam, of course the cam sprocket, and can't see it all, but there's a mark in there, and then in there there's a mark, which top dead center is what it indicates, and we got it top dead right now. What we got to do is figure out how to torque them head bolts, and then of course them two bolts need to be torqued too. Make sure you do that, and then I'll throw that cam thing back on, might throw the carb back on and start her up, hopefully. Who knows? Alright, we're back with 110 again, of course. And we got our cam tensioner on, we got extra cam cover on when I get to the other side. Everything's on, we just need to throw, I'm hoping we're top, I'm pretty sure we're top dead. Just need a little bit check. Oil is getting replaced, of course, which it's already was drained. Gotta throw the carb on, throw this oil line on, which is what I'm doing, and through the fuel tank. We should be ready to hopefully start. Hopefully, keyword. Alright. Well, we're out here. It's a little dark out, but we got her running. I did a kind of heat cycle on it. I let it cool down, so I won't be starting. I'll start it here in a second, I guess, or when I go to do the second kind of type deal. But threw the exhaust on, threw everything on. The timing chain was now good, I guess. I don't know if I mentioned that. It was kind of, I thought it was off, but it was good. I was just being impatient with it, which that's a thing you can't do with these motors. When you can't be impatient. But everything's thrown on it, started up. I think she's going to be ripping here soon, boys. I got her good. That's all I know. Alright, we're out here, and of course, like I said, we got her running. So, my only problem is it blows some black smoke now. But, doesn't blow as much, I guess. We could say that much. Doesn't burn oil too much. But, like I said, it still needs to get that heat cycle. I put some oil into that cylinder, so it may burn some oil. But, it's running pretty clear, honestly. I think it, I don't know if it needs that jet kit. I was going to put a jet kit in it, but I don't know. It kind of isn't really bogging. I think it's, I guess I got to ride it, but this is kind of its second heat cycle, so yeah, we got her running. I'll have to just throw the plastics on and some other stuff maybe in the next part, but till then, let's get out into the outro. Alright, thank you guys for watching part 3 of the KLX 110 build, where we installed the, of course, the big bore kit, where we figured out and kind of learned new things. Throughout this whole entire video, kind of got to experience my first ever rebuild. I've never rebuilt something, so I mean, surprisingly it went smooth this time. I mean, there wasn't much that got in my way other than the timing chain that got in my way a little bit, but past that it started up, of course, the first time, and right now it's been running pretty good. Wheelie's pretty good too, of course, but without further ado, let's catch you on the next one.